So you now catch me, I'm just leaving Continent, which is like one of our main supermarkets. Just had to get some bread rolls. We normally get them from the bread van, but obviously I'm on the farm today, or on my way to the farm, and I don't know what time he comes on the Saturday, and Lucy's got George and the dog. So yeah, I've got bread rolls. We have some beef arnas, we've got the pork steaks in the fridge, and that's basically what they are. What on earth is going on here? Yeah, so it's just basically a thin bit of pork in the bread roll. Normally have it with like sometimes you have like a fried egg in it as well, but I quite like mine plain. But Lucy sometimes, or both of us actually, both sometimes put it in, we have a bit of stuffing with it, which is nice. But yeah, so I'm now on my way to the farm. It's not far. So I do what I'm doing today. Probably be much the same, I guess, just a bit like cutting grass and that, because I didn't have no fuel last time I was there. So I know Clint got some last time he was out. So yeah, let's crack on. So I'm now on the farm. Just spoke to Clint, and so today's mission is to expose this part of the stream in this little section here, which is where all the chickens are. Now obviously normally I'd do a time lapse or I would film it, but with all the chickens out and that, I don't fancy my chances of setting up the tripod and my phone falling over or going in the drink. So I think I'll just leave it at this, and well, I suppose I'll do another video once it's done, but it's pretty straightforward. It normally looks worse than what it is. Using the steel hedge cutter with a hedge cutter attachment, that will just munch all through this. Won't take long at all. Normally takes longer just to clean up. More difficult bit over here where we've got some natural cherries growing. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a bit of a mess at the minute, but that'll soon clear up. I lied to you, I am going to try and film it. I'm going to try and rest my my camera on here, but if it goes over, it goes over. I'm going to be busy doing that. Right. So that's all done. You can see it looks a lot tidier. It's still like the hedge trimmer gives it like a rough cut, and then me and Clint were just speaking, we're going to go over with the strimmer, and that'll tidy up all the little stragglers. Just because the thorns, obviously the strim line will just get ripped to pieces with all the thorns, so we have to switch out the multi-tool on the steel there. Next job, just so I can gain access to this section, I'm just going to have some of these little straggler branches off these wild cherries, just because we're fed up of hitting our heads on there. And then this side, like for example this branch here, it's only small, and it's just caught up in all them thistles, so I'm going to cut that, and then I can get in with the brush cutter and just clean all that up and hopefully gain access. The main purpose of what we're doing is to gain access to where these rocks are fallen, and me and Clint can repair the walls. I mean, they're fantastic, these walls, they're brilliant, they've been here for many years, but sometimes they need repairing. But yeah, I mean, that's obviously been fallen. I think Clinton said that part had fallen when they purchased the farm, so we'll clean this up and move on to the next job. Clinton did get some fuel, so we're gonna mow the grass up the top in the vineyard like last time. But first off, I need to do this job, secateurs, clear a root, and then I can brush cut the rest of it. So I don't know how well you can see on the camera, the sun's not doing me any favours at all, but that and a half a lot better. You know, you can walk through here now. That is like a big, like stump, like I don't know what sort of a tree or bush it is, but that's a big stump. We've got to speak to Clint, see what he wants to do with that, because that's probably holding the bank up a bit. But also it's a lot of weight and it's protruding outwards. But look how much better this is. All the trees now are free. I can't even see my own screen, so I don't know how well you can see, but all the thorns are out of the trees. There's a couple of little bits I have got to go give it one more little blitz with a brush cutter, and then obviously the strimmer just to tidy it up a bit, and then obviously get the rake out. But look at that. I'm hoping that you can see the comparison compared to what it was before, but I'm happy with that. And you know, I've still got a bit more to do. Obviously this bit here I'm going to clean up with the hedge cutter now, so that'll expose all them rocks a bit better. But the majority is gone. You know, before you couldn't even walk through there, where now I can without getting attacked. So yeah, it's just got some raking up to do and move it onto the field, and then it'll be the same as what you saw on the last video, where I get the tractor and just put it ready for a fire. You know, I've got several heaps. I've got some sticks there, cherry, like sort of smaller sticks, which will cut down for kindling. But I'm going to crack on with this, and I'll see you in a bit. So, just having a break. When I was down there, I've just cleared all that bit by the stream. Clint's still down there, just doing a few odd bits. I didn't video it, I don't think, but we put the bar attachment on the multi-tool, the steel multi-tool, and that basically acts as a mini chainsaw. But it's obviously got we call it the bar. I don't know if that's the actual name for it, but it's basically got quite a bit of length to it, so you can reach up and cut small branches with it. So we've done that, and that's cleared a lot of it out there. It just looks so much better for it, and then that just gives us enough room to repair the walls, put some more fencing up. You know, it just makes it's a good job done. So from the last video, I'm up in the olive grove now, and I trimmed all around the trees, done the perimeter, so it's all ready for the mower, but I didn't have no fuel. So Clinton got the fuel. He actually come up here and done like basically a mini service on the mower. So he's cleared it up, done all the plugs, and yeah, it should run sweet as a nut. So I'm just going to finish my sandwich, have a drink, and yeah, cut the grass up here. Yummy. So, back off the farm, I cut the beers, chilled out, spent a bit of time with Lucy and Molly. But for dinner, so George is going to have a cheese and tomato pizza, probably with some cucumber. He's got a fascination with cucumber at the minute. But we're having beef arnos. I just fancied it this morning. Like you seen earlier in the video that I went to Continental. I had to get the fresh bread. The fresh bread's so cheap. But yeah. I haven't got a lot of wood, but the wood that I have got is pretty big, so I'm hoping that it will take its, just got some firelighters in there, that's why it's so raging, but hopefully that will take, and yeah, once that's died down I can chuck on the pork, and yeah, we can tuck in, because I'm starving, but I've got space for a bit of beer. So I just seasoned our beef arnos. I went heavy with the pepper, tiny amount of chili powder, a little bit of cayenne, but yeah, real basic seasoning. Just waiting for the fire to die down, and then we'll chuck them on. So I've just put the meat on. Fire's died right down, but that'll definitely be enough heat, and yeah, they don't take long at all because they're only thin cuts. It's almost like pork chops, but a bit more fatty, really. But yeah, I'm just going to keep turning it because obviously there is still a bit of flame. Although I want that flame grill flavour, I don't want it burnt. So yeah, I'm going to keep spinning it around, and the next time you see us, it'll be when we're chomping into beef harness. So, double whammy. The pork's all cooked in there, all deboned, ready to go in the fresh break rolls. Now, I've also, because I'm fat, I'm having some chorizo, but I'm also having eggs in my rolls and chorizos on the side. But, chuck some of that chorizo in with the oil, and you've got chorizo oil, and it goes fantastic with eggs. Look at that colour. So yeah. Might as well turn it off now. They're done. Lucy just wants a bit of mayo in hers. I've got these sauces and they're bangers. Joe actually told me about these ages ago, but I never found them because we shop in Lidl, but these are in Continent. Chipotle sauce and sriracha mayonnaise. So that's what I'm going to have. Lucy's just having normal mayo. And George is having the cheese and the butter pizza. And there it is. Beef arna with a fried egg, some chorizo and a beer. Don't get much better than that. It's simple, it's quick, it's Portuguese, and I love it. Morning everyone. Not gonna lie, I'm lacking motivation, but I've got a lot of odd jobs to do today. Seen from the videos, work on other people's farms quite a bit, which means when I come home I don't want to do a lot. That being said, all the jobs around the house, they start falling behind, so I've got a few bits to do today, and some of which I've been meaning to do since last summer. They're not really that big. We shouldn't take that long, it's only like an afternoon's work, but by the time I get home I just can't be bothered. So today's mission is to get that done. We're not going to have a big meal today, so I ain't got to worry about cooking an extravagant meal, but I'll show you the jobs that I've got to do and the reasons why I haven't done them yet. So the first job is to paint up where we've had the new air conditioning unit put in. Basically the old unit we had, which come with the property, was quite a lot bigger. So that'll be the first job, to paint that. We've had that since the end of last summer, so it's been a job that I've been meaning to do for ages. But if you remember, I actually painted this property when we first got it, and I was just so sick of painting by that point. I just kept putting it off. So I'm going to paint that. The most difficult bit is I haven't got a ladder, and I know Clint's going to be watching this video and he's going to go mad saying, "Oh, you should have just taken my ladder." And yeah, I know, I just forget. But I'm going to grab a chair or rig something up so I can quickly just paint that, and then we'll get on to the next job, which is more fun, but I hate it. It's a nightmare. That's that painted. On to the next job. So the next job is to set up the trampoline that is behind me. Now we've had that for what, a year? So it's over two. So it's nearly 2 years. But obviously when we first got it, it was a bit. I don't know. It was just too small. Like he'd sit in it, but he was just too small. But now we've got it out. He's having a meltdown because he wants to go on it, but I need to set it up first. So that's what I'm going to get on with now. So that's that done. Now it's actually built, George doesn't actually want to go on it, he's too busy watching TV. But I've got another job I've got to do, but I don't know if I've got the bits to do it, so that could be it, or there might be another segment to it. Bye! That's the other job done. Stairgate there. Basically, we went shopping. We got George is in school. He was outside, but she did have the door open for the kitchen. She had water, food, and that. But we come back, and she was a few stairs up the staircase here. So she'd obviously got up and was too frightened to come back down, or didn't know how, whatever. So I've just put a stairgate there. It's not rigged up perfect, but it's strong. It ain't going nowhere. And it's not for George. I'll throw it out there straight away. If George is ever outside, we're there with him. But long term, I am going to make a proper like wicker garden gate there. But for the time being, that just secures her and stops her from going up there. You know, come on in, Molly. Let's go inside. So that's all the jobs I'm doing today. I'm Romeo done. You saw me do the trampoline. That's a horrible job just because the hardware you get is rubbish. Not a lot lines up. It's one of the things that you put together once, you take it apart and it doesn't go back right, but we got there in the end. So that's it for Sunday. I'm doing fish and chips for dinner. I'm not going to record it because I'm going to have a couple of beers. I might even see if Lucy will let me go down the bar, but the way George is being today, probably not, but we'll see. See you later.
So Lloyd has been really busy this weekend. Obviously he worked yesterday on my dad's farm and he decided to use today to just get a load of odd jobs done, and he's done really well. He's got quite a lot ticked off the list. I've been keeping out of the way. George has been on one all day, and obviously we got Molly as well, so I've been trying to keep them busy out of the way. Obviously George, seeing Lloyd do the trampoline and everything, he wanted to be involved. There was no way of keeping him away from that, so yeah, he was helping Lloyd. They're both having a bit of a nap now, so I'm going to make a cup of coffee and I'm going to quietly have a little bit of a move around where the trampoline is just sort George's corner out a little bit. Obviously he's got his table, he's got a toy box full of toys as well, so I'm just going to see if I can tidy that bit up a little bit around the trampoline. And also the play mats that are under the trampoline, I just want to kind of bring them out so that they're right the way around it, just in case George does fall. It's a little bit of a drop, and we've got tiles, so I'm now going to do that, have a cup of coffee. That is probably us done. Haven't really been in this week's vlog much, but I will make up for it next week. If you did like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We really do appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching as always, and we will see you in the next one.